Hello, this workout is a workout with a total beginner in mind. I always try to give options to all my workouts, even if you are a beginner, so please don't be put off by them. But I'm hoping the legs of this will be an appealing one to get started if you're not into kind of regular exercise. If you need any additional breaks, please take them wherever you need. We're going to warm up, then we're going to do the workout, and we're going to finish with a stretch at the end. So we're just going to warm up the shoulders to start with. So give a few circles round and back, just starting to mobilize upper body. And at the same time, just move your feet in some way. That might be a little side step, might be a little march and spawn, but just a little bit of movement of the foot just to get the body moving. You can do bigger circles, just whatever feels good. Then you're going to swing the arms forward and back, open close the chest. So we're getting a dynamic stretch across your chest and your back. Again, just keeping the feet moving any way how. What you should be feeling there as you pull the arms back is it pulls on your chest muscles. So across here and then across the arms, and then squeezes them at the front. Nice, come into twist, just mobilizing the upper body, just stand and twist, and as you do, lift your back heel. Lift your back heel to your turn twist, just mobilizing, as I say, the upper body and the back. Now the thing with this one is try not to move too stiffly. Just try and move as freely as possible, even if your range is maybe a little bit smaller. And then opposite side like this, just going to stand and lift one leg to the side, and then the other leg to the side, just to start to warm up into the side of the bum. So you want to feel a squeeze at the side of your butt and then resist the lower. Try not to just fling the leg up and down. So it's nice and squeezy and controlled. Nice, and then comes to some squats. So feet width wide and hips. Just push your hips back and down and stand up. They don't need to be deep squats yet. With a squat, you're aiming to not just bend your knees, but first push your bum backwards, then bend your knees. And then it's almost like you're sitting down on a chair. So imagine you're going to sit towards a chair and then you change your mind and you just stand back up again. We're going to do it all again. Just try and go a little bit bigger with the movement. So we want the shoulders, even make your arms really long, or maybe a little bit longer, or you can just stick with this. Again, it's just to just get your body moving. You might notice little clicks. Just moving the body, prepping yourself ready to exercise. And then open and close the chest, keeping the feet moving. You might even want to move it like a little bit more dynamically, completely up to you. You can absolutely keep it just as a step, touch, march. Any movement is good movement. Nice, perfect. Twist again. So you're going to twist, lifting your back heel. So we're not twisting through the knee, but twisting through the back. Maybe even let your arms go a little bit floppy and just let them fling around so you get an even bigger twist and stretch. Should feel good, should feel nice. That's perfect. Go to this side leg lift, so lifting it to the side, and then land, and then switch it just a little bit of warming up into the kind of balance as well. Notice if your leg go forward and make sure it goes right to the side, so knees stay in one straight line across. That's perfect. And then squats again. And then maybe you go a little bit deeper into your squats, so maybe your chair's a little bit lower than last time. We are actually going to be doing an exercise that actually, as you know, I said, activate sitting down, you are going to be sitting down. So it's just mimicking that range of that movement pattern. Nice, perfect. Right, have a little sip of water. We're going to start the exercise down on the floor and gradually make our way up to standing. It's going to get a little bit bigger and bigger and bigger. We're going to do 2 rounds. Between every exercise, there's a 10-second break, but let's just say if you need to take it a little bit longer on your break, please do. Take as long as needed. It's not about, going continuously, just about getting back in when you can. So lie down on your back, please. So we're going to start with hip bridges. Feet about hip width apart, and you just bring your hip bones towards your rib cage. Push your heels in the floor, squeeze your butt and lift your hips off. And then lower the back down again. So just going to lift the hips up, squeezing the butt, and lower down. Don't worry at all about how high your hips are lifting. If they don't even lift off the floor, but you're pushing the heels down and you're squeezing your bum, then you're still getting a good workout here. So your range is yours. Just try not to go so high that you feel it in your back. Yeah, perfect. From here, just take a little break. If you want to have a little hugging of the knees, feel free. We're coming into crunches. So just pop the feet down again. Tuck your chin towards your chest, bring your hands to your thighs, and you're just going to lift your shoulders away from the floor and lower yourself back down again. Lift your shoulders away from the floor and lower yourself back down. If you find your neck straining because your head feels quite heavy, just support one, support one head. How many heads do you have? Support your head lightly with your fingers, either with one or both. Just try not to yank the head forward. You're going to feel that little squeeze of your abdominal muscles so the abs are all the way down the front of the belly and then lower down. Nice, perfect. Just grab your thighs, rock yourself up and roll over. Coming to all fours. Hands on the shoulders, knees under hips. Find a neutral spine. Neutral means straight spine, so not arching or rounding. Take your right arm and your left leg out forwards, and then place them back down, and then do the other arm. So we're doing opposite arm and leg. If it's a little bit too much here, just reach forward and just keep your fingers and toes on the floor, and then come down, and then keep your fingers and toes on the floor. The goal is to try and keep the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees, and your back from arching. Yeah, perfect. Right, so we're coming up off the floor. Coming into literally sitting down and standing up. Sitting down as I should have said you need a chair. Sorry, hopefully you got one near you. So literally going to sit down, set your chair on sofa, and then stand up again. Your challenge is to do this without using your hands. But if you need to use your hands, just use your hands on your legs. That's completely fine. If you're finding you're getting down and there's no way you get back up again, I don't know if you can see in the bottom corner, you can add things like pillows to the workout. So pillows to make it a little bit higher. Or maybe you can even sit, say, I'm on the sofa, I could go onto the edge of the sofa here, and it's just a little bit higher. So something higher to make it easier if you need. Nice one. That is your squat as well, by the way. But we're doing standing knee to opposite elbow. Bring your fingertips onto your temples. And then you're going to twist and try and get your knee and elbows to connect. Twist and lift. Twist and lift. Get that little crunch across the body as you do this. Now, if you can't get your elbows to connect, that's fine. Just reduce your range. If you need to and you want to feel that kind of connection, you can always reach with your hands instead. The main thing is we're lifting, so we're feeling straight from the hips, twisting, and kind of pulling across like that. So you get working your abs again as well. Now, so the final one is repeating knees. So this one's going to burn out your leg. Again, feel free to take extra breaks if you need. Right leg forward. Left leg back, just tap it down, and you're going to tap the toe in, step back, tap in, step back, tap in, step back, tap in, step back. If you need to do it slower, you do it a little bit slower. If you want it easier, you just don't tap back as far. If you want more challenge, tap back further, and then really stay low as you tap in again. Tap back, tap in, tap back, and tap in. So the deeper your knee bend here, the more you're going to feel the burn in your quads and your bum. Nice, perfect. Have a little shake off. And then we're just doing one more on the other side. Then eat a break, and then we just do it all over one more time. So it's the left leg forward, right leg taps back, tap in, tap back, tap in. If you notice my arms have done runner's arms, just helps with the stability rather than here. But you feel free to do anything with your hands you like. Just trying preferably not to put your hands on your legs because we want the legs to take the load and do the work. So a light tap, 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 tap. Can you keep your left knee bent? Can you be even lighter with your right foot so you're practically balancing completely on the left? Yes, well done. Have a shake. Have a sip of water. You're already halfway. So you're already halfway. All you've got to do is do it again. And the goal is just try and do it the same or better. Try and get more muscles like kind of working and squeezing together. So I'm just going to take this a little bit lower. I'm going to be coming down to the floor for our hip bridges. I want you to see how hard you can clench your bun. Like you're picking up a winning lottery ticket between your butt cheeks, and lifting it up and holding it between and not trying to let me have it at all. So clench your butt like you're picking up a winning lottery ticket, and then lift your hips off the ground, crush the lottery ticket, and then just lower down, then just release, and then do the same thing again. If you don't care about a winning lottery ticket, maybe £1. Maybe money's not the incentive. Maybe, what should I pick up? Not all I've got in my head is what else do I care about? And I'm going chocolate, chocolate, chocolate. I do not want to pick up chocolate between my butt cheeks. I can't think of anything else. Oh, nice. Well done. Have a little release. Feel free to stretch your bum. Oh dear. Right, crunches. Tuck your chin. Reach under the thigh, curling up and lowering down. We're trying to keep the lower back on the floor here. If you are finding it's lifting, it's probably because your legs are out longer. So see if you need to get the heels in closer, and it will really isolate the upper part of your abs. Try and make it as squeezy as possible so you're not racing it. Maybe even have a little pause at the top so you really feel it contract. Maybe it shakes a little bit. Get the abs going. Nice, perfect. Grab your thighs, rock them up, or just roll yourself over. Coming into all fours. Your hips are going to try and twist open, and your back's going to try and arch, and that's where you're going to resist. So it's the opposite arm and leg. And then coming down, and again, you can keep your hands on the floor, but I recommend close to the floor. That's going to help you with your neutral spine. If you can nail this move, there are people that do absolutely advanced fitness exercises that still do this by arching the back. And if you can get this right, with keeping your back neutral, you're going to be stronger already than advanced people. Some advanced people. Don't you mean, Helen? That's coming up off the floor. So sitting down and standing up. Again, if you want something high to sit on, then do it. The lower it is, the more the challenge. So sitting down and standing up. So literally as many things. I'm going to come here. Your knees, as you sit down, just make sure your feet are hip width apart. Push your knees out slightly as you stand up and as you lower down. So we're resisting the knees knocking inwards. So we don't have any bambi knees as we exercise, but driving that is going to help engage the side of your bum. Sit down and stand up. If you can do this, then the next thing you're finding it when you do get up and down off your sofa or your bed every day, you're trying to do that without using your hands. That's what I can say standing. Knees to opposite elbow, but aiming for that diagonal crunch across, crunch across. So fingertips on the temples, crunch and twist, crunch and twist. So you want to see if you can just start to lift your knee a couple of inches higher. Can you get your elbow to connect? And then if you can, maybe have just a mini pause with your elbow connected on the elbow connected on the knee. And then you'll feel that again, it contracts all the way across the core, your hips, and your obliques. Your obliques are what's coming across your waistline. Now it's perfect. So release. We're finishing on repeating these. Right leg forward first. Tap back as far as you want. Bend the right knee. Tap, 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 tap. You're going to be tempted to tap, stand, especially as your legs get tired. That might happen. You might need to. That's fine. But if you can, stay with it bent. So you're almost just doing a balancing exercise on your right leg while your left leg moves. And every time your left leg moves, your right leg's having to contract and stabilize. Tap and then tap. If you find you're wobbly, just check you're not going one behind the other. Go straight back. Perfect. Oh, look what this shake off. Tell me that doesn't burn. If it doesn't burn, and again, I wouldn't class myself a beginner. I still got the burn there. So try and bend deeper and go a little bit further. So other leg. This is it, by the way. Once you've done this, we'll just do a quick stretch and you're done. So, can you challenge yourself a bit more? Can you tap back further? Can you bend your left leg a little bit more? Can you keep the knee pinned over the heel? And for the final 8 seconds, can you go even faster while still keeping all of the other things? You've got 3, 2, 1. Shake off. And you should have hoped your heart rate came up as well there. So just move your feet a little bit, shake off your legs. Well done. Done. Done, done, and done. So we're going to have a little stretch of our shoulders when we're in kind of the pointed position. Stretch the legs, then you're free to go about your day. Well done. Take one arm across. You might want to keep the legs moving a little bit longer, especially if you are still puffing a little bit. It's just going to help to bring the heart rate closer to normal. Now the warm-up, you never want to miss a warm-up of an exercise. Never want to miss a stretch and the cool down of an exercise. So they're each component, warm-up, workout, stretch is as important as each other. So if you're pushed for time, the main thing is to keep the workout shorter rather than skip the warm-up or the stretch. Because the main thing is we don't want to pick up injuries. Switch arms. Let's have a shorter workout, but be able to work out more consistently. Then skip our stretch, so our warm-up and our stretch at the end, and potentially get an injury and then not be able to move our bodies properly for months, potentially weeks. You hold each stretch for at least 30 seconds. So when you first go into a stretch, your muscles are like, whoa, and they try and protect your body because they kind of think, oh my God, it's going to be trying to pull out the socket. And then as you hold, it's like, oh no, it's just holding and stretching, and then the muscle will just start to relax if you give it enough time. Quad stretch, pick up one foot, pull the heel towards your butt, knees together if you can, and then just push your hips forward. And feel free, we've kind of done balancing and repeating, to hold on to something. The focus is about the stretch rather than anything else. If you struggle to reach your foot, try hooking it onto something, again, like your sofa, and then go from there and just gradually working yourself backwards, squeezing your bum, pushing your hips forward so you get the stretch, and then eventually you'll be able to pick the foot up. Just switching legs. Another option is potentially looping a towel. I find it quite faffy, but looping something around it so you can grab the foot. Feel the stretch right down the back of the thighs, front of the thighs. Well done. Beginner, tick. How do you feel? Do let me know. Give me feedback. So I just talked to a screen. But I love your feedback. Let me know how you get on. Let me know what you like, what you dislike, what you want more of, what you want less of, etc. Yes, but well done. Give yourself a little shake off. Give yourself, make sure you do it. Give yourself a round of applause. Be like, yes, well done me, pat on the back. You did amazing. You just did it. You signed on, completed the whole workout. Well done. Like I said, any questions or feedback, please do give me. I want to give you what you want. So give me the feedback. Give me what you want more of, what you want less of, etc. And we'll get it done. Well done.